So, good evening, YouTube. Hopefully, you're all having a wonderful Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Not that that means anything anymore. It's pretty much every day's a Sunday now, isn't it? It's funny because I used to laugh about that on my Instagram, saying every day was a Sunday. And now here we are. Every day is pretty much a Sunday. Listen, if you haven't checked out my video from 5 o'clock, do go back and check that out. It's in regards to Bukayo Saka. Shock. And don't forget, stick a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, subscribe to the gaming channel, and also don't forget the socials. The links for them are in the description as well. And I will be back at 7 a.m. as per usual and 10:30 a.m. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. But before we get into talking about Declan Rice, I actually want to speak about this guy for a little while, Pape Gay. Now, Watford have announced the deal. It's official. It's done, signed, sealed, delivered. He is now officially a Watford player come the 1st of July. Now, we know that French football has been suspended indefinitely. The season has anyway. It's been voided off. Both leagues, Ligue 1 and the other one, duh. But yeah, both leagues have been voided off, and Watford have made no qualms about getting this news out there real quick. Soon as that was done yesterday, bang! Today they've gone sorted. He's going to sign for us. There was links yesterday saying that he'd already signed a pre-contract agreement with Watford, but now that is actually official. He has signed. Now, listen, there is nowhere to bring that up. It's because we've been tracking this guy for quite a while. We were linked to him in January throughout the whole January transfer window. And there was Arsenal fans out there pretending they knew who he was, which is what we do as fans. We pretend we know everyone. We then start making edited video clips of his performances to make him look like the next N'Golo Kante. For me, I didn't really know a lot about him. I can't lie. I'll be honest about it. I said that at the time when we were first linked to him. Say it again now. I suppose when football resumes into next season, we will see him and we will see how good he is. Listen, he's only 21 years old. I think that, we've seen with Lucas Torreira that if you come in from a different country, it's not necessarily easy to step up to the pace and the intensity of the Premier League. And some of these players can't hack it. Some of them don't want to be here. They just come for the money. And then when they get here, they realize, was it worth the money? And then they cry and bitch and moan and then leave. Pretty much like Torreira's going to do, because I do think he's going to leave. Hence why we are in the market. And I genuinely believe we are in the market to go and sign a defensive midfielder. We've been linked with Ndidi. We've been linked with Thomas Partey, who's not necessarily a defensive midfielder. He's a bit more box-to-box-ish. Put them both together, though. Oh, my God, what a dream. But we are linked to a lot of defensive midfielders at the moment. And I do think that that's because Lucas Torreira is going to leave. We could probably get there or thereabouts the same sort of money we paid for him, around the £25 million mark, maybe 30 million. He's been linked to AC Milan a hell of a lot. He's been linked to Napoli as well. So I don't know. I think that we are going to sign a defensive midfielder. Who that may be, I don't know. But we are linked today to Declan Rice. Now, Declan Rice is one of them players. I've said this a few times when I've done videos about him on the Premier League show that I do. Declan Rice, for me, is so overrated. It is unbelievable. I genuinely don't get the hype around the geezer. He's an all right player, but the way people are building this geezer up is like he's like Lothar Matthäus in midfield. The geezer's got everything. Well, he ain't. He hasn't got everything. He plays for West Ham. They're said to be looking to sell pretty much everyone. Everyone's up for sale, which we're going to see quite a lot of as well, by the way. We're going to see a lot of clubs just opening up to offers for every single one of their players because obviously with no income at the moment, a lot of these clubs have not got a great deal of money, and a lot of clubs are owed money from sales of players where they've structured the payments because, believe it or not, 99.9% of transfers are structured payments. You don't pay up front for the player. So a lot of Premier League clubs are owed money, but a lot of Premier League clubs owe money out. West Ham, the reports I've read suggest that West Ham want to get rid of anyone if the price is right, and that includes Declan Rice. Now, this is where I have to laugh. The price tag slapped on his forehead is £70 million. 70 million. Based on what? Based on absolutely nada. What, he's played in the Premier League for a couple of seasons. He's English. Yeah, 70 million. He's nowhere near worth half of that, which is why Arsenal ain't in for him, in my opinion. I think this is a story that's been leaked out there by his people, by his agent, maybe even by West Ham. Listen, the story I've read suggests that West Ham are going to put everyone up for sale pretty much. So maybe West Ham have put that out there to try and drum up a bit of business, but maybe it's his agent. Listen, I think that his ideal move, Declan Rice's ideal move, is Chelsea. I think he's made no qualms about saying that. He said that he wants to play with Mason Mount again. They're besties. They grew up together in the academies and stuff like that. And I think he does want to play with Mason Mount. Now, the only way he's doing that is by going to Chelsea, because we ain't going to sign Mason Mount, and we ain't going to sign Declan Rice, in my opinion. I think that there's a little bit of gamesmanship going on here in terms of, let's get a story out there, link him to 3 or 4 other clubs, so then West Ham go, oh yeah, cool, we'll put the price up to 70. Chelsea brick it. Everyone knows Chelsea's got the money, and then Chelsea come in and buy Declan Rice. Now, listen, what you think of him as a player is irrelevant. He ain't 70 million quid either way, even if he was smashing it in the Premier League. He is not on the same planet as Wilfred Ndidi. And Wilfred Ndidi is about 70 million quid. So I don't know where they get these price tags from. I genuinely don't understand it. I mean, some of his stats this season, in terms of games and stuff like that, he can play DM, he can play CM, as we know. 29 league games, which is pretty much all of them, I think, isn't it? I think they've played 29 games, West Ham. Played 1 FA Cup game, couple of assists. You'd expect that anyway. But for me, I just look at it and I just think, like really, let's have a little look at his Premier League stats. 90 Premier League appearances. Let's have a look at his defensive stats if it loads, which it doesn't appear to. There we go. Defensive stats, goals conceded. Obviously, I ain't going to go through that because he's in a poor team. Tackle success rate 59%. Blocked shots 10. Interceptions 140. Clearances 165. Headed clearances 76. Recovery 610. Duels won 423. Duels lost 321. 50-50 successful, 64%, 64 in total, successful 50-50s. Aerial battles won 127, aerial battles lost 108. Errors leading to a goal is very, very good. The same as Ndidi's the other day, in fact. Only 1 error leading to a goal. But he's had 10 yellow cards, which is what, 1 in 9. He's not had a red card, 52 fouls, and he's been offside 3 times. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bother going through his attacking stats because what's the point? But at the end of the day, when you compare that to the top tier of defensive midfielder in the Premier League alone, don't even come near. So why does he come near in terms of the price tag? I don't get it. I think it's because he's English and there's a couple of clubs that are interested in him. Whoopee do. He ain't worth it. I don't want him. For me, he's just an upgraded version of Eric Dyer. That's my take on it. Anyway, you might disagree. You might like Declan Rice. You might want to see him at Arsenal. You might think Arsenal are going to spend the 70 million. We could potentially do it if we got rid of Granit Xhaka, we got rid of Lucas Torreira. That would drum up the money to then be able to go and get him. So I don't know. Listen, leave it in the comment section down below. I will be back at 7 a.m. Don't forget as well, if you are a YouTube Premium subscriber, you get a channel membership for free for 1 month if you live in the UK, Ireland, Brazil, South Korea, or Japan. So hit the join option down there. If you're not from them countries, you have to pay for it. So you could also hit join. Subscribe to the channel, stick a thumbs up on the video, share the content around, and don't forget, follow the socials and the gaming channel. All links are in the description. Have a wicked evening. Laters, peeps.